Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Andrew and this is my Italian gameplay channel. Today I want to do an experiment. I want to play in English. So I've just started Meier Civilization 6. I have picked Pachacuti, the leader of Incas. And let's get started. I hope you guys will enjoy. This is really the first time I try to do this on my main channel. So I hope it will be fun. Our game will be fun for sure because we are playing with a very cool leader. Pachacuti has a lot of bonuses once we find a perfect spot close to the mountains because we can develop hills very well. We can build terrace farms. The terrace farms are really cool because they will give us additional food, additional production every time we find the good interaction between mountains and hills. Furthermore, we have very good units. The Varak is a kind of scout skirmisher in the Middle Ages that is stronger than the normal skirmisher. And there's an additional attack. This is also really interesting because having 2 attacks per turn, it's not bad, guys. It's really good. The Kapanan unlocks the builder ability to construct some particular roads that allows us to pass through the mountains. This is also something really cool. This is not Hannibal, this is Pachacuti, but somehow mountains will be our best friends. So, beside all the introduction, without further ado, I'm going to start a game with Emperor as a level of difficulty, the 6th one. It's not bad, it's not super difficult, but it's not easy either. We are going to play with the standard game speed on continents and with a standard map size. The disaster intensity is going to be 2, a medium disaster intensity. It will be enough, trust me. I'm going to start a game, and in the meantime, while my old potato computer is loading, I am going to give you an introduction of what I'm doing here on Andrew channel. Many of you probably know me, and many of you probably know my Italian voice. Now you can hear my Italian accent. Here I play strategic games, and I have a lot of gameplays on Meier Civilization 6, even if probably this is not the game where I have the best experience. Probably have way more hours on Civilization 5, but that's another topic. Now I want to have fun. I didn't decide yet which kind of victory I want to achieve. I believe first I will study the map. I will study my enemies or allies, let's say my neighbors, and then I will come up with an idea. I really love every kind of victory. Probably my favorite is the culture one, but I didn't do it so often. Actually, I find it way easier to get, for example, a faith victory or a conquest victory. But let's see what we can get. Maybe we'll have a diplomatic victory, but I've done it already with Dido, playing on an Italian gameplay. Previously, he always here on this channel. I forgot to say that the Kapanan, our special feature, allows us to have a domestic trade route plus 1 food for every mountain tile in the origin city. This is really cool. Guys, we need to settle down close to the mountains. That's really the basic. We have no other choice. And I'm very happy because we have a lot of mountains. Meier River. Okay, so let me have a look at this map. We have salt, we have sheep, we have deer, and we have truffles. Wonderful. We have also a little tile with some geothermal fissures that are providing us 1 extra faith point. That's not bad. I am just wondering one thing. Here we have actually 4 tiles of mountain. This slot here is perfect for a campus or an holy site. In both cases we would have an adjacency bonus of +3. On the other hand, I would like to found my city, to settle down here. Why? Because I would be able to use directly those 2 tile, 2 food, 2 production. That's not bad at all, but we could actually quickly get to the deer and have the double production and double food as well. On the other hand, being on this other side of the river makes us closer to the truffles, to the sheep, and to the coast as well. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I'm not going to move my my settler. An option would be, okay, let me try one thing. I'm going to grab the warrior, explore the shore, and now that's not bad either. And this is not bad at all because we would have more hills closer by. We would have immediately this tile. The second tile I want to work is the following with the deers, and then we might work the sheeps, we might work the salt mines, and we would reach truffles anyways, even if not really. Maybe the second city could get the truffles. Stone as well. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time. Also, the artificial intelligence is suggesting me this spot. I'm impressed. Usually I think in a very different way. But let's settle down. Cusco is funded. And we are lucky. Actually, we have discovered a second source of truffles. And then I think that Cusco will have truffles as well. Pretty good. Let's choose a research. I might say having a religion is always cool. Having sheep's work is even better. let's research first the animal husbandry tech, and then we can try to get something like for our religion early. Monument, builder, scout, warrior, slinger. I would say in this phase of the game, explore, explore, and explore again. This is the way. I don't want to spend time in buildings. I might build a slinger because, yeah, si vis pacem parabellum, the Latin used to say, so we should get ready for war if we want to live peacefully. But I don't want to live peacefully either, so I will get ready for war just for the case. We're lucky. We're lucky, guys. Mount Kilimanjaro. I have no clue what's the effect of the Kilimanjaro Mount. Now I have to go to the Civilopedia and type it down. Let me see. One tile of impossible nature wonder. It appears on a volcano and provides extra food to adjacent tiles. On eruption, it gives low yields and is most likely to damage improvements and buildings. Infrequently erupts, but it is always active. So that's the point. We have a desert here, but the Kilimanjaro is providing 2 food to the desert tile. I didn't notice, but it's true. Pretty good. I'm really curious to see which tiles we have on the left, because if we find a source of clean water, like a river or an oasis or a lake, maybe we could find interesting to explore better and then also settle down and found our first colony there. Let's see, let's see. I'm really curious. Next turn. Okay, there's not so much to do. Let's pick those. Yeah, that's great. So the tribesmen here provided us with a scout. That means that I'm going to save 3 turns now. I don't want to complete this scout. I know this is a sunk cost. We spent 3 turns producing the scout, but let's park it so far. Let's go for a slinger because we need to defend ourselves. And this guy here is going east and is gonna probably explore all this area north and east from our capital. While the warrior now has to tell me whether it makes sense to... Yeah, it does. Oh yeah. Wow. This is really cool. This is really cool. Actually, I could think something very weird, but due to the circumstances, not stupid at all, in my perspective, that is founding a city in the desert close to the oasis. So we would have the fresh water, we would have the fish, we'd have 2 sources of gypsum close to us, we would have all the extra food of the Mount Kilimanjaro, and we would probably get a disaster later on with the eruption of the volcano. But how to say, c'est la vie. Let's go ahead. We found probably Jadwiga, the king or the queen. Okay, yes, a king, not a queen. Okay, Jadwiga, I'm very happy to meet you. It's an honor. And let me see, Krakow is not far away from us. Those guys are really strong when it comes into the religion competition. So I might assume that Jadwiga would found a religion and she would try to convert us. If we found a religion ourselves and we do not follow her, she might be very upset. Okay, let me try immediately to send the delegation. She accepts. I'm gonna try a deal as soon as possible because I want to get her. She must like me. I want her to like me. I want to create a solid basis for good experience, for let's say a productive cooperation. I don't want to fight her yet. Let's pick our first promotion. Tortoise, combat strength when defending against ranged attack. No, I prefer the typical melee damage for my warrior. I believe it's better as a choice. Okay, I must say that our map is not so bad. Even if we have a desert, it's not really bad. I like it. It's just not so comfortable when it comes to fresh water. And we don't have so many mountains. That's another thing that I really don't like too much. I think I have around about 200 hours of experience on Civilization 6. That's more than enough to have fun and win always at this level of challenge, but it happens, and not so rarely, that the AI is tricking me. At the beginning of the game, maybe they declare war on me when I'm unprepared, so I need to pay attention. I should just avoid to do stupid mistakes at this point in time, and if I manage that, I believe that this game is going to be fun and not so complicated. So we have a slinger. We can defend ourselves, more or less. Let's start with the settler, because I want to colonize the Kilimanjaro. I don't want to wait any longer. I hope you also will understand the fact that I am not an English native speaker, so sometimes I do mistakes, sometimes my accent is funny, but yeah, I think we are here to play video games, so this is not the Oxford Academy, right? Let's go for astrology. This is going to help us if we manage to found a pantheon. Is definitely something we want, but also religion. Again, how we will deal with the poles, that's another topic, but yeah. Let's see. I'm not really sure if... Ah! What the heck? There's a blizzard. That's very cold, my dear. Go away from here. Save your butt. There was such a strong snowfall that killed half of my units. I mean, at least half of the health points of this unit. That was bad. I wasn't expecting that. This is another amazing spot. But as I see, I'm not the only one thinking that, because there's wine, there's rice, there's stone, but there's also the Adviga here. Pity. Okay, next turn. Another friendly tribe. Good. And you share. Okay, they share a hidden technical secret. Bronze working, so we get Eureka. The Eureka is not the technology itself. I'm trying to explain it for people that don't know the game so well. It's just half of the cost, usually 40% or 50% or 60%, depending on the particular bonuses that you might have or civilization. Anyways, more or less half of the cost of the technology or the civic. And that's very useful, as you can imagine, because if a deck that costs 10 turns, suddenly costs 5 turns, you're saving a lot of time that you can address somewhere else to some other project. That's really good. And now we have our first card. Discipline, because I'm going to fight barbarians soon. And God King, because I need the faith in my capital to start working on the Pantheon. Now we can go for craftsmanship. And I would really like to start having a builder if I had enough money. This cash is actually helping me, because as soon as I will have 200 gold, I'm going to buy one of the workers and use it right away. Wedowska Desert. Yeah, this is Poland. Famous Wedowska Desert. Okay, what did I say about the Mount Kilimanjaro? That it's not so likely to explode and erupt, and yeah, it just did it. It just erupted. And should I reconsider my big plan, my smart plan of colonizing the volcano? What can possibly go wrong, right? Lightning never strikes the same place twice, they say. At least the survivors say so. The people which was never hit once. Anyways, fine. We have our settler in 3 turns, I believe. We have another record unit. Those tribesmen are really specialized. Is there like a university for scouts somewhere around? Okay, guy, go. Automatic exploration. I really have no time to follow all my explorers now, because I just have to uncover this portion of land, and then I'm happy. I don't mind. Then it's enough. I have enough ground for like 4 or 5 cities, more or less. And yeah, I think it's not gonna be. Probably have too many scouts. But I don't have expenses, so good. So this valley close to the Mole River has grain, has copper, has stone, but we don't have any luxury here except for some gypsum again, and some wine. Maybe the best idea would be to found a city here, because here we would have a couple of mountains and fresh water, which is lacking here, unfortunately. While we have fresh water on the east side of the Waiwashwala, let's go to the Waiwash Mountains, but on the other hand, we have the Polish Kingdom on the other side, so I'm really not sure if I have enough ties for enjoying this part of the map. Mining, let's go. Okay, somehow all the southwest is hostile. Where do we have the risk of sea problems? Where do we have the risk of volcanoes problems? Or we don't have enough fresh water, or we are too far from our capital. I'm going to find a mountain close to the nature wonder in the desert as a second city that if you just listen to this without looking at the map, it sounds really stupid, but I think it's gonna be a smart move. And by the way, we found horses here. This is also very good. We are gonna have in 4 turns enough gold to buy a builder. So I'm not going to work for the builder, I'm going to work for a slinger once again, and we are buying the worker with the gold as soon as we have it. Another thing that is not recommended is to throw out of your borders a settler without any unit defending him. But on the other hand, I believe I can't see any barbarians here, and yes, as expected, this is quite safe. I'm not going to worry too much. This area is wonderful. This area is wonderful. It's fertile. There is tundra south, but it's not a big deal. We could found the city probably here. This would be close enough to our second colony, but it could provide us with wine and mountains. So terrace farms. Pity because we don't have so many mountains here. I had another run like on my own with Pachacuti, and in the first map I had really tons of mountains, tons of hills with huge potential for farm terraces, but that's not the case. It is as it is, and let's enjoy it. Okay, I'm founding a city here and not closer to the gypsum because there is a oasis in this desert, and that means fresh water. That means housing and so on. So vital and so forth. +3 era score because we have our Mount Kilimanjaro, and we also boosted the sailing. Okay. In 18 minutes of gameplay, we've done a lot of stuff, guys, so let's get ready for the last turns of this episode. Ollantaytambo starts with 4, yes, food in the capital, and 3 food close to the mount, and 1 production. This city is gonna boom. It's gonna really expand fast, but it has a problem. It doesn't have so much production. That's why we need to get gypsum as soon as possible. Maybe a monument would be a good idea. On the other hand, I think a builder here can be built. Don't worry for this 25. It looks like, oh no, it's never happening, it will take forever. No, not really, because in 3 turns we will have an extra production point due to a new settler, a new inhabitant, so it's gonna be faster, promise you. This scout can go in automatic exploration as well, and I think we are ready to have the second slinger in our capital. Maybe we should really try to hunt for barbarian camps, as I'm doing here, just for the extra cash. And Cusco now could build actually another slinger, the third one. Then when I have 3 slingers and a warrior with a promotion, I can consider myself, you know, I am good. I'm not scared. Everything is gonna be all right. Let me see. Most likely the camp is. Actually, I should see the camp here. Here it is. Here it is. Quite far, but better for us. Ollantaytambo is getting the second inhabitant right away. Wow, it was so quick. Wonderful city, wonderful place. Particular but wonderful. This is a kind of a Petra city, because this desert can be powered up with some good Petra wonder. I will think about that. Petra is my favorite wonder, by the way, so I could kill 2 birds with a stone. Having my favorite wonder in a good city, not just for the sake of doing it, as sometimes I do. Anyways, we have enough cash now. Let's get our wonderful builder. Let's stop with the craftsmanship and go on foreign trade. That's enough. We have half of the civic research. As soon as we will work 3 tiles, we will get it. Hi, Mahatma Gandhi. Mohandas Gandhi welcomes us, and with this beautiful scene, please do not drop a nuclear bomb on me. It's an honor meeting you. I thank you guys for following this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I give you my... I would say, I wish to see you again next time. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.